Now for a few weeks, wonderful region, northeastern Spain. And Matt Dunn has been in his element whilst we've been here in Spain. Area. Sadly, no fans joining the goats on
second row. Not very often you see Fabio Quartararo off the front row of the grid on that Petronas Yamaha SRT machine.
so far in this 2020 season.
Still in championship contention when you look at his recent record, Steve. Said last weekend he wasn't slow at the start of the race, just not fast enough, trying to get heat into that medium front tyre. This man, has made the odd mistake out front. A very confident and happy, smiley looking. But is today the day where Alex Marquez potentially could go one step better? Quartararo in Buriram and Aragon 1 was the second closest top 15 in a full distance Premier class race. Going from 17th place on the grid, he's not had the pace all weekend long. Struggling again with Mitch 1 and 2 in today's race. It really does limit the damage that can be done in the World Championship to the guys out from the fourth row. Let's find about their pre-race prospects from the team boss, Davide Brivio, I would like to say, is with Simon in pit lane.
He is the top, but okay, he has to do a race with a good recovery. I mean, he started last week, he started 6th position, but that's okay, question mark about, but I think we will both go with the medium.
Thank you, and I hope we see you in park.
Look at that tyre choice from Alex Rins. Soft front, soft rear. Now, will that change later on? Davide Brivio said, now, as we mentioned, big day for Alex Rins. Another win here. He's well in the hunt in the World Championship, but...
Couple of events for you, but also Ducati in general at Aragon. What are you hoping?
Try and use that advantage of the soft front tyre. We know last weekend Morbidelli on the medium front took him 3 or 4 laps to really get into back control of the World Championship in 6th. Let's hear Wilco's pre-race thoughts on the grid with Simon.
Yes, Wilco, both your riders week or it's unknown?
Well, yes, of course, this is our aim. We struggle, of course, big time.
On my opinion or experience here, I think we should
change his tactics slightly when he sees the number 36. It's really interesting, isn't it?
At the back of his mind as well, with Rins.
Quick question, tyre-wise, is it more for you difficult to get the front tyre or the rear to the end of the race?
What he felt that was still missing during last GP, but also today.
Plan A for him is to try and escape at the front and manage the tyres in the second half of that race.
Wow. Away we go, the lights go out, a brilliant start, a dream start for Taka Nakagami, but here comes Alex Rins as well. Nakagami will lead into turn 1. Alex Rins. Oh, Nakagami! He's gone! He's blown it! His dream!
Red hot favourite, the clear favourite, Taka Nakagami, down and out early on here in Aragon.
But where do you look in MotoGP at the moment? Here's Cal Crutchlow getting aggressive, looking to make a move on Fabio Quartararo. He'll get out of the slipstream and might make
Be on the podium. Everybody thought he was nailed on for the victory, but Nakagami on the floor at turn 4. Heartache.
Binder's gone into the back of Jack Miller. He's gone in a bit hot.
Did Miller though just check up?
Because it looks like he's got the speed over the Frenchman.
Morbidelli, the quickest man on the circuit by a whisker. 48th Taka Nakagami, as we said, caught out with that cold left-hand side of the front tyre. Full fuel tank, bad combination when you're trying to attack Marquez, because yesterday, having tried it in FP4, he liked it, but said he didn't feel like it gave him the best feeling.
Taka Nakagami, that's horrible to see. Bless his heart.
Yeah, there's going to be tears tonight for Taka, unfortunately.
As the guys around him, I think it's going to be super interesting what he can do to
the hard-charging Miguel Oliveira, who's about to fire up the inside of Crutchlow. Yeah, smoke pours off Oliveira's left boot, but on the brake, tactical masterstroke here, Marquez.
Some of the fans happy, a couple of Nakagami fans disappointed with the early stages of this race, to maybe just gapped Rins by another 10th. We're on board here with his teammate, with Rins' teammate Joan Mir. Across the line we go. He's got company. Alex Marquez is all over the back of him. We're now on board with the number 73.
And Alex Marquez.
Mir will have been told that Alex Marquez is coming in. It will have worried him. He had to get through on Maverick Vinales, and that was lovely through turn 12. It really was. Across the line we go then. Franco Morbidelli with a 48.2.
Keeping him on the soft rear are going to hit grip problems. This was that beautiful move by Alex Marquez coming into turn 14.
Almost tucked the front.
An altogether more complicated challenge.
There is Joan Mir, the World Championship leader, looking for his by Alex Rins.
If you heard a thud at home, it was probably Maverick Vinales' jaw hitting the floor, because he's just not got any pace at all to go with Alex. Morbidelli poised to close within 22 points of Joan Mir if you threw the checkered flag right now.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how this one's unfolding. All the Alex Marquez, as you can see now on your screen, are starting to close in on the Esponsorama Ducati rider.
Yeah, at the moment, Morbidelli making far more here.
Here comes Paul Espargaro. Sorry, Matt, he's making a move on Fabio Quartararo. That's another place drop for the Frenchman.
It's ahead of it, but Dobby can't accelerate and get the drive out of the corners to line Aleix Espargaro up. And we've heard repeatedly Aleix Espargaro say how far, the gap's come down to under a tenth now. So he's right on Zarco's case.
Alex Marquez still there as well.
Behind Miller. And the problem was, it just cost him that time at the end of the race where he couldn't reel in Rins or Marquez attacking him on the brakes.
Zarco does sometimes run a bit wide through here, and through he comes.
Yeah.
Look at that line he holds on the Repsol. Zarco find a way back through.
Well, they'll be blocking a rather safer distance between the two of them. At the moment, they're on course for a 1-2 to bring themselves right back. Espargaro moves up the inside of Maverick Vinales. Quartararo in turn gives it back to Miguel Oliveira, who almost wipes the nose of Cal Crutchlow.
Half a second covering Franco Morbidelli and Alex Rins.
Yeah, now conventional wisdom suggests that
Fabio Quartararo drops to 9th place in this race. He fights back. Someone's gone down. Someone has gone down. Well, I can hear something. This is Alex in 4th. Flicking it right. He crashed there last week, and down he goes here in the race with the hard front. Not making any headway on the top two.
No, he's not. The last 2 laps, Morbidelli and Rins have done 48.8s. It's by 2.6 seconds.
Because he was stuck behind Zarco.
Yeah. And he qualified 12th. That was a big problem for him as well. Fantastic. He's got the inside line again. Can he make it through this time around? It looks like he has finally made. Who normally is so good.
Tommy, 24 points down at the end of this.
He's 3.1 seconds behind, and Franco Morbidelli and Rins' pace is so strong. You can't see them from Aleix Espargaro, because he has to make those kind of moves, because the Aprilia hasn't got the drive coming out the corners with that lack of force. So just ran in way too hot in the reverse corkscrew. It's been a shocking lap for Dovi. Came over the line in 9th place, got ran wide by... last time around, to his credit, Morbidelli was the only man still able to lap in the 48s. Only just a 48.9.
He's through as well. These two are old, fierce rivals from the Spanish Championship back in the day. And Maverick Vinales then...
You're increasing your lead in the championship. Not the win you wanted, but it's another crucial podium. And he never looked like he was going to crack and buckle under pressure. He was the epitome of...
the top guys in the World Championship. He's done a brilliant job so far, the Petronas Yamaha. Suzuki's are on the podium. Will there be a winner though? At the moment it looks unlikely. The gap now 1.1 between Morbidelli. Goes Franco Morbidelli in the top left of your screen with 3 laps now remaining for him, and he's got 1.2 seconds. Anything about this championship a little here? Is it coming into his mind? He'll be informed of the whereabouts of Quartararo. It's not a mechanical.
Oh, that's
Goodness
cruel.
me, that is cruel.
Because he's ridden this.
2 laps remain in this race here in Teruel, and you can see he is struggling a bit with tyre life. The final lap of the race here in Motorland. It's going to be bittersweet for some of the guys in the Petronas Yamaha camp. Man is finishing on the podium, and that's Joan Mir. 6 podiums in 8 races this will be.
Yeah, and it's that if he is to be world champion.
Alex Rins here said at the start of the number 21 does it, and 2 Suzuki's on the podium again. Alex Rins in contention for this World Championship, and Joan Mir 3rd. An outstanding job from
his teammate Fabio Quartararo. Stunning success for Morbidelli. His second going to talk, though, I'm sure, to a very happy Petronas racing boss Wilco Zeelenberg after his man Frank equals Iker Lecuona's career best 9th place. Andre Minho congratulating
there as well, who's got a Moto2 race coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere for that, that's coming up soon.
Young shoulders, and admitting today he was beaten by 2 faster men. Simple as that. Did that factory Suzuki, because when they're working in tandem together, well, they pose a very formidable challenge.